Okay, if you guys see this big gator here, it's about a 14, 15 foot gator. What happened was that last year I was on a swamp boat. I fell off the swamp boat and I entered the water with this gator. Ultimately, this is what ended up happening to the gator. No, I'm just kidding. Jack's probably rolling his eyes. Into the Danny, July 11th, 2026. Vlog number 2 for today. Something a little bit different. I'm down in Miami, here on the street that I grew up in Hialeah, Florida. Something I've been wanting to do. There's a new lookout tower along Alligator Alley in the Florida Everglades, which I believe is the 3rd largest national park in the country, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a lookout tower that just opened up at the rest stop on Alligator Alley, heading westbound from 75 in Fort Lauderdale towards Naples, which is the west coast. I want to check out that lookout tower. Before I moved back to Orlando, in the Celebration area, they had been constructing it. It took a little while to construct, but yeah, want to check it out, see what it looks like. Either way, hit the subscribe button, join the community, join the family, the Into the Danny family. Let's roll. All right, it's about 6 p.m. right now. Sunset, is it 6 p.m.? I don't even know. Did the daylight savings times change? It's 7 p.m., excuse me. It's 7 p.m. right now. Sunset's about 8:15. I'm gonna try to make it to the sunset. This is vlog number 2 for today. Just finished up Florida SuperCon, heading back to Celebration, Orlando area tomorrow morning. I am very exhausted. I am very tired. I've been up since about 4:30 in the morning. But yeah, I want to see this lookout tower. I want to vlog it, so let's do it. Good old I-75 northbound. So for those who are not from South Florida, this is one of the major highway systems that runs north to south. We technically just entered Fort Lauderdale, and as you can see, the sign to the right-hand side says North Turnpike, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando. So this highway system, 75, and I believe that is the, I forgot, the other highway that goes east to west, but I believe it's called the Golden Glades, Alligator, I don't even know. Well, 75 basically leads you north to south, and it can connect you, which that's where we're going, to Alligator Alley, which will take you to West Florida. So you're talking Naples, Sarasota, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, all that jazz, up into Tampa. North-south, right, if we now head due east, it'll connect you to the Florida Turnpike, which will take you to Orlando, Florida. Okay, so now we are getting off of I-75 and getting onto Alligator Alley, what connects South Florida to Southwest Florida. The Florida Everglades. Okay, here we are at one of the Alligator Alley rest stops. Here is the Alligator Alley lookout, the brand new Alligator Alley lookout. It's finally open. It goes all the way up. It's a ramp that goes all the way up. Melissa's probably rolling her eyes, but I know she'd want to be here with me. For months we would drive past this, get off, you know, just take drives. You know, it was always just under construction, and it's finally open. The entrance is over there, straight ahead. They got some information and stuff like that. The daylight is kind of dipping on us, so we're gonna first, let's explore the big walkway ramp. I'm gonna come back down here, read some of these boards, And there's actually an information center right there that I'm gonna take you guys in so we can look at that too. They also have some other stuff over there. They added like a little kids playground and stuff like that. So yeah, awesome. I can't believe this thing is I'm finally here. Okay, so you enter here, Tower Arboretum. So we're coming on in. Oh, it's really beautiful. Oh, look at this little swamp area they got here. Wonder if we can see any gators. Maybe we'll get lucky. Got some bird stuff here, guys. I'm trying to get to the top as quick as possible for the daylight dips, but migratory songbirds, you can check them out. You got the American goldfinch, the yellow-throated warbler. So yeah, let's keep on going down the path. It's a beautiful lookout tower. We're gonna make our way up. If you're ever in the Everglades and you see people staring at one direction, probably means there's a gator, but either way. So right now we're in the bottom section. I'm gonna try to make my way up to the tower. So we'll go from there. Here's some of the fish you can find in these sets of waters. You got the Florida gar, the bowfin, the bluegill, the largemouth bass, obviously, probably the most popular one. Guys, this is what I'm drinking right now. A refresher, trying to lay off the coffee. No classic. Man, this thing is big. There's a set of stairs there that I can take. I might end up taking the stairs. Guys, and if I sound tired, I apologize. Just finished up Florida SuperCon earlier today, went home, took a little nap. Now I'm back at it. I think I'm gonna make my way to those stairs. Good thing right now it's not too hot, so we're able to walk around here and not, be roasting in the, and let me tell you, in the Everglades, that sun feels even hotter. All right, making our way. It looks like it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, about 4 flights of stairs. My favorite, guys. Let's do it. Going up. All right, so now we're gonna make our way down this ramp, but here we are at the top level. Awesome. Here's another shot, guys, at the top level. All right, we're about the halfway point of the ramp. There's the ramp. Pretty cool. We're gonna move a little bit higher. A lot of people here on a Saturday night checking it out. Super cool. Look at that. Look at that view. Look at that view of the Everglades. Fire. You guys want to hear about the fires? It says here, late spring and summer is fire season. When lightning strikes from afternoon thunderstorms sparks wildfires. Florida receives more lightning strikes than any other state. That's great. Historically, which I kind of knew that already. Historically, most of the Everglades burned every 3 to 4 years. The ecosystem was adapted to and depend upon the wild natural fire. Oh, didn't know that. Man, look at that view, man. Wow. Such a peaceful view. One of the best views of the Everglades, I may say, in all my years in living in South Florida. One of the best views. We're at the midway point of the ramp, as you can see here. But we go a little bit higher. But yeah, a peaceful scene, but it's teeming with life. A lot of life in there. Here's another view, a little bit higher. Here's the ramp, all the way to the top. Here's a view of the parking lot. And we have the sun setting in the west over there. Sunset's about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, but there you go. Heading down, I got to tell you, it's getting busy. It's getting busy here on a Saturday night. People are up in the tower. We got a couple here with their dog. It is getting busy. Out here in the Everglades Lookout Tower, brand new. Out in the Florida Everglades. Let's get on down there. Let's go inside the information center. They got some cool little exhibits, and we'll talk about that. All right, going into the little exhibit. Not a big deal. Some cool stuff in here. All right. That's some animal stuff, some facts. Let's read a few facts. You guys see this board, how it's highlighting in blue? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see here. You see that blue? Okay. I'll show you this real quick. Oh, let me turn this camera. Here's Miami. This is Florida, right? And here's the water flows from Lake Okeechobee down to the Everglades. Let me hit the button one more time. Maybe the lights will come on. There we go. Can you see the blue lights? Yeah, you see those blue lights shining? The water comes from the Everglades here, from the Lake Okeechobee, really up from where I'm at, Orlando, from Boggy Creek, all those lakes in Orlando feeding through Lake Okeechobee and into Miami. That is how the water flows here in the state of Florida. This is obviously a mock-up of an otter and a baby gator. But it says here, many species make home in the tree islands of the Everglades Wildlife Management Area. Among them are the streamlined river otters, which are most commonly observed during the spring months. River otters are playful members of the weasel family who love to frolic in the water. Their webbed back feet allow them to swim quickly through the water, and they feed on turtles, fish, and occasional baby gators. And if they're in this area, probably an occasional pastelito de carne. If you guys don't know, that is a pastry with meat, ground beef inside, sold very commonly in Miami and South Florida. Come in this rest area, they got bathrooms, obviously, vending machines, but they got a bunch of cool facts that you can read about here in the Everglades. All kinds of stuff on species, wildlife, the different plant biodiversity, stuff like that. So it's cool. It's a cool little place to come in, and if you're taking a long road trip, especially, this is the Alligator Alley connects you to 75, which takes you to the west coast of Florida, which eventually will connect you to I-10. I-10 will shoot you across the country. So, cool little place to stop and learn about the Florida Everglades. Yep, Florida panther right here. One of the hardest species to spot in the Florida Everglades. There it is. Yeah, they got some vending machines here. Need an ATM? Bam, they got one. There's always an ATM when you need it. Here's some more facts about the Everglades. You can come here and read. This is a great place to stop if your car broke down, and you can entertain yourself and learn all about the Everglades till the tow truck driver comes. All right, let's head back out. Make our way over here. Of course, we have the big ramp. Sun is starting to go down. Yeah. A lot of people coming out here probably to check out the new lookout tower. It's been open, I think, for maybe a handful of months, I want to say. But really nice touch. Great place to come out and just get a nice look at one of the most beautiful national parks that our country has to offer. All right, and then finally here, this little picnic area. Come out here, eat your Jersey Mike sub, relax, let the kids play here at the little playground they built here. I'm so tired, I'm not even pronouncing the words correctly. I literally said playground. But there you go. No big deal. But cool place for the kiddos to come out. And then the parents can sit here and talk about whatever they want. Guys, I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I could have driven a little bit more to this Miccosukee gas station, but there's an abandoned site that it's not abandoned, but it's an old rodeo ground out in the Miccosukee land area that when you go at night, it is terrifying. I'm sorry, I have flies the size of B-52 bombers. I have flies the size of 747s landing on me. I'm feeling it. So guys, it's gonna do it for tonight. One of my videos for haunt season is gonna be a super old, it's not abandoned, but it's pretty much abandoned, rodeo grounds out here in Miccosukee land area. We're gonna go in there. It's not private property, it's open to the public. We're gonna go out there in the middle of the night and pass by and see what we can see. It is absolutely terrifying, and you do not want to be out there at night. We're talking single lane, about 30 minutes more west. Then you get off a road and you head maybe 30-45 minutes north, and it's in the middle of nowhere. I think it's going to be a great video for my inaugural haunt season videos from September 1st to October 31st. Haven't chosen a name yet. We'll reveal that eventually soon. I can feel the literal blood coming out of my skin with these flies. Thank you for watching, guys. I am super exhausted. Gonna go home, shower, and relax. Hit the subscribe button. Join the Into the Danny family. I want to keep growing it. Thank you all of my subscribers for watching. See you guys on the next one, and remember, the vlog is never over.